again. It's on.
Welcome back to the number one podcast because I said so. Opinionation. Yeah, we're all here.
Let's go
Primo's
with that.
here. Yeah. Kendall Mickens is here. Hassan McCullough is here. Mr. Birch should be on his way. And my name is Dominique. Good to see you once again. Let's get right into it. We talk about stuff around here. Let's get right into it. Hassan, you good? I think he's up in the mountains. I think that his frequency. I think his frequency is not cutting through the mountains. Kenny, you good?
I'm here, dog.
Okay, look, I wanted to talk about.
For right now, let's do it.
Okay, I wanted to talk about loyalty. This guy's just talking. Not loyal to the concept.
Yeah, I'm getting my frequency.
Not loyal to the concept of a podcast. I wanted to talk about loyalty, fellas.
Right.
Loyalty, like the concept of loyalty. Well, first of all, let's try to catch a definition. We like to try to catch definitions around here. So let's try to catch this one real quick. All right. So can we see this definition? Can everyone see that? Or is that just me? No, I don't think y'all can see what I'm supposed to see. Let's do this again. This is a weekly ritual where I can't figure out exactly how to use a third grade piece of technology at this point. It's really tragic. And no one says anything, everyone just kind of politely sits around waiting for me to try to figure out how to share. No sharing still?
Oh, there you go.
Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So loyal, the definition of loyal is giving or showing firm, constant support or allegiance to a person or institution. Loyal, giving or showing firm and constant support or allegiance to a person or institution. Would you all agree with that definition?
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Hassan, would you agree? Or are you so high in the mountains that you can't even? You have to unmute.
What was the question again?
Okay, no. Well, we're not going to do that.
I did.
Hello, Hassan. Welcome back to Opinionation. Here we are, and so we just gave the definition of loyal, and it's giving or showing firm and constant support or allegiance to a person or institution.
Dom, I'm
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm listening. I heard you.
Why are you whispering?
I would agree. Yes, I would agree to that.
Somebody help me out. Is it me or like what? So you would agree to that definition? Okay, I think we heard him say he'd agree.
Yep.
So Preem, man.
Yo,
you guys.
What are you loyal to?
My family, my kids, my children. Pretty much in God at this point.
Loyal to God.
Yeah, the all.
Indeed. Kendall Mickens. What are you loyal to? Do you have any loyalty?
I mean, you got the bases.
The bases?
Family,
so everybody got certain bases? Everybody got
But I'm going to toss
base?
another one in. Community.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried.
Joe, did you say you tried?
Yeah, if you keep the letter.
Wow. You tried to be loyal to community.
It's community is like everything else in this world is fleeting. Or you could love it, but it don't necessarily always love you back.
Well, but then you have to ask yourself, what is community? Is community not the folk that you pick and choose to be in your orbit?
I would say community for me is like just the neighborhood and the hoods around the USA. Try to black folks. You know what I'm saying? Try
Well,
to
you
be.
know,
I say it
Try to be.
starts. It's almost like a circle that just keeps building and growing. So if you're talking community, like Dom said, it's the people you pick and choose to be near your circle. It's
Yeah.
funny you should mention it like that, Dom, because I just was talking to a nephew about that.
yeah.
Because he posted something, and and when I see it, I asked him, "Who do you have in your circle?" Because you put them there in your space,
Right.
and if they not loyal or they not if you
Thorough.
giving them more love than they giving you, then you gotta tighten up your circle. You gotta
Yeah.
tighten up your community.
Yeah. Only you can prevent forest fires.
So,
Take
yeah,
that and smoke it.
tighten the mind up as I get older. As I get older, found out the herd is getting thinner as far as my community.
But hey, Hassan, man, can we explore that community thing a little bit more? So
Okay.
loyal to the black and or melanated community. How does that look in what y'all call 2023 when, the women of that community don't even like their own aesthetic a lot of times. They are not wearing their own hair, or they're injecting themselves with, some type of like, how do you stay loyal to a community that's not loyal to itself? That's why I say you kind of build from the inside out. So how does that work? And what you call 2023 loyalty and the lack, as you call it, community.
This question's for me.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got.
Now,
I
is this
got you. I
transmission
got you.
reaching
I got you.
you? Is this reaching you in time
It's reach.
for your cerebellum
It's
to literally?
it's reaching me.
Oh,
So to be loyal, first of all, you have to have self-awareness, and you have to have self-awareness and self-love.
wow.
Because people think just because other people are melanated and stuff, or black, when people are black America, that's the word, they feel like, oh, this person is doing stuff for me. But that's not what's really going on. That person is doing it for themselves.
Oh.
And then the black people try to pick up like, hey, hence the word Deion, like Deion Sanders, that everybody's on his tip.
Whoa. So Deion Sanders slander?
Like he's doing stuff for the melanated community. Like he's doing it for us. But he's not. He's making money for himself and for his family.
True.
But most people feel like, oh, now that he's the coach of this team, now we are loyal to Colorado. We're loyal. We're gonna make sure we root for Colorado.
Is that how it works,
Black
Kenny?
America's team now.
Kenny, is that how it works? Is it as simple as that?
I mean, in that example, I think he's a little off on that. I mean, when you talk, like he is right when you say you have to love yourself first, and that love, like I said, it spirals out
always.
And when you talk about your community, and your community generally starts with your family, the people you know, and then spiral out some more, your friends.
Sure, indeed.
And actors.
Possibly the people you work with.
Would you say, Hassan?
And actors are part of the community.
Did you say actors?
Actors, people that we don't know, is part of our community.
Oh.
And we all know that. People resonate to actors which are not part of our community.
Oh.
They're part of themselves.
That's deep. Wait
but
a
we
minute.
resonate.
Are you saying that one of the layers, are you saying that one of the close layers right after family and friends is Hollywood, my nigga?
It is definitely Hollywood.
That's a curveball. Like, wow, that close?
It is Hollywood.
Like the Jeffersons come right after my cousin?
Yes, and Huxtables.
Huxtables come right after my cousin Tawana. Yeah. It's my cousin Tawana and then Theo Huxtable.
Yep.
Not even Jamal. Jamal, you get pushed out.
How many people left to watch?
You get pushed out. Jamal, you got to go to the next tier, Jay. That's wild.
I would have to disagree with you on that. As far as there are definitely actors that are influential to different people, and But when you start talking in the
nothing but influence.
Yeah, but when you're talking loyalty, and you're saying someone that's loyal to you and you're loyal to them, I don't know if those actors necessarily play a part in that.
You know what, though, Kenny? Let's explore that for a second, though. Really, you know, when you think about it, all of our lives, we've seen advertisements from Sassoon to the Renaissance tour. You know, we've seen advertisements to sway our loyalty or to pull us in to, you know, I've been watching that all my life. You know, I got relatives that have been watching soap operas all of their lives.
No, but wouldn't you say that's more influential than loyal? I think we're moving into a new word.
Well, that is still loyal because I loyally watch.
Well, I'll tell you what, whenever General Hospital or whatever it's called comes on, she watching it.
Well, you could also say that's religiously.
Well, we know that religion and loyalty.
You could say how religiously. A lot of people would use the word religiously. So
you know, I'm a loyal fan. I'm a loyal fan.
I'm a religious fan. I'm a religious fan. Very close in nature. I'm a loyal fan. I'm a religious fan. Religion, what you do on a regular basis. Loyalty, something that you what does it say? Give constant support and allegiance to.
Mm-hmm. I am loyal to watching Steve Harvey. I am loyal to reading his information.
Wow.
I am loyal to.
I'm loyal to the Eagles. I'm loyal to the Eagles. See?
I am Pamela
Kenny, are you some cowboy?
You know damn well I ain't loyal to the Eagles.
That's wild. See, I knew something was wrong when I said that. It came out my mom like, this is some kind of traitor to the homeland.
Where do you think Mr. Opposite have always fallen?
To the homeland. This is a mockery of the homeland. This man shouldn't even be allowed to live within the city limits. What's going on?
You know,
somebody call the mayor.
It's funny because when you talk loyalty, and especially in sports, and I'm sorry we jumped, but your loyalty was definitely been tested, starting with that, or actually long before the Colin Kaepernick protest. I'm talking just football. As politics get more and more into sports, your loyalty is definitely tested.
When things are revealed, your loyalty. Listen, when you know better, shouldn't you do better? And if you do it better, and if you know it better, that might change your loyalty.
It might, but you absolutely. I can speak for me, and some of the things, like I'm a Cowboys fan, so some of the things I've seen or heard recently from like Jerry Jones.
I apologize to all Philadelphians. This man is in the city limits. I apologize.
So when I hear certain things,
I apologize that he likes a fucking racist.
Oh,
he likes a racist owner's team. I'm sorry.
He's just give it. This man is from Southern California, giving it to you.
That's the rub. And that's one of the ones when you can't even yell. That's not true. Because you have shown a loyalty to a team, to an organization,
to Massa. Selective athleticism.
It really is what is
selective athletics.
It's not so much athletics. It's
selective ownership. Selective Massa.
You have given time, energy to this thing. There's loyalty to it. And then you're kind of like punched in the face with reality. You're punched in the face with reality. So you're like, I like the organization and the teams, but do I like one of the things I always said, like musically or entertainment wise, you can like something, but when you really get to know them, makes it tough.
If we did a 21andMe, if we did a DNA of all the major corporations from America, do you understand what that tree would look like? Do you understand what the root of that tree would look like?
So again, it goes back to that selective conformity where you've been given loyalty to something.
There it is.
That you know.
There it is.
That you know.
The whole thing is rooted out of madness and murder. Like, let's never forget what they say. Never forget.
We've been living in Philadelphia, and we rep Philadelphia, and I damn sure know there were streets that at a certain time you didn't need to be on that street. You best get off that street for your safety.
I lived in Old City for a decade, and I often would talk to Cronus and other cats when we walked through the streets. There were cobblestone streets, and I would lament, like, yo, man, these cobblestones, slaves walked on these cobblestones. You do understand that, right? Ain't nobody changed these cobblestones in the time. Like, these are the same cobblestones that slaves walk from Penn's Landing to the auction at Head House Square, where L used to work. You see?
Yeah.
Head House. You see, that was a cute name. Our boy Elmer used to work, I remember one of his first gigs, because he was a couple years older than us. He got a job downtown. It's kind of fly. He works at a place called Head House Square in Society Hill, of all places. But, Head House Square sounded, really cool, as a 14-year-old. But once you get to understand the history of why it's called Head House Square, that's because that's where heads were sold. Melanated heads, mind you.
And that's the thing. And that's therein lies the rub.
Yeah. Because I was happy for Elmer. I was happy for Elmer in 87 when he got his job down there. But then around, 2001, when I realized what that was, I was like, oh.
I was down there for a few minutes. He got me down there for a couple of days. So it's like, like you said, when you come to learn the history of certain things, like it says, showing loyalty to people and institutions. We've given our loyalty to say that again?
Corporations. We have given our loyalty to corporations. And based on the capitalist system, corporation, there's no equality in this system. It's based on racism. You can't look for equality in a corporation and corporate system. Most people don't understand that. So when you support the corporation,
that's solid.
That's solid. A lot of people do,
but they still support. They still support these football teams. If they do, I don't understand why they support all these sports athletic teams if you know that the corporations is all based on racism and you're loyal to these things.
It's a lot of things we support and give our loyalty to that ain't for us.
So why do we do?
Hey, Supreme, man, let me ask you a question, man. Bouncing off of what Hassan is talking about with the corporation, with the corporate state. Can you have loyalty with your woman in a corporate state? Let me ask you, can you have loyalty with your woman in a corporate state?
Wow.
Explain that one a little more.
Well, because who wears the pants? You see? There used to be a time when, don't come on my lawn. I promise you, SWAT coming on your lawn whenever they feel like it now. How can you wear the pants in a state where they can run up in your house and you can't do nothing about it but die? But can you have loyalty when that's the overlying theme or underlying theme? We can say the underlying theme. Can you have loyalty when that's an underlying theme of your reality?
Loyalty to who?
Yes, loyalty to whom?
Well, in a
the woman having
relationship,
loyalty
can your woman
to
be
you.
loyal to you? Can knowing that? Well, you ain't bigger than Big Blue.
Right. You're not bigger than the dollar. How can you be loyal when the corporation is based on the
There's
dollar?
another one. There's another one. You're not bigger than the dollar.
Well, your relationship is
Look,
not about.
Kenny. I don't need no man. What
There
you
are
mean?
some women that and they don't have a man, so they're not loyal to no man.
Well, look. Talk about loyalty, Supreme. Recently, now every now and then I'll hear through the grapevine what's happening in the gossip mill. This rapper that she's gorgeous, number one, and I've liked her rhyme style, and I've just kind of like how she's held herself in the decade that I've kind of seen her in the scene. Her name is Remy Ma, right? And she had a husband, has a husband. His name is Papoose. They were kind of the Barack Obama and Michelle of hip hop, really. And recently, it's been rumored that Remy stepped out. Now, this theme of women stepping out on the men, Tia Mowry, the actress Tia Mowry, she recently divorced her husband of a decade plus. Anthony Anderson, the actor, him and his wife are getting divorced. Like, where are the women going? They got an island they going to? Where they going? Well, we just reshuffling. Supreme, unmute your mic. Are we just shuffling the deck at a certain age or a certain era of our existence? Like, time to shuffle.
Yeah. I think see, a lot of them Anthony Anderson he cheated they said he cheated the whole time he was with his lady.
Well, what's cheating? When you're loyal, well, what's cheating if you're loyal? Enough. If she's loyal to me, what's cheating? What do you mean? Well, what?
Man, I feel if she's loyal to you and you're not loyal to her, then she got a right to go. She got a right to be divorcing you or filing for divorce.
So you're a feminist?
I'm a realist.
Oh,
all right. I'm definitely a hit. You hit me, I'm gonna hit you back type person.
Hassan, are you a feminist?
No, I'm not a feminist.
You have loyalties to feminism?
I don't have That's some bullshit, man.
Oh, whoa.
That's all some dumb shit.
Whoa.
I like women being in power, but I'm not. The feminist is taking women away from the family and stuff, man. It's some dumb shit, man.
Let me ask Kenny. I'm scared to ask Kenny this, but Kenny, let me ask you this question off of what Hassan is saying.
Don't be scared.
Can a feminist woman be loyal in marriage? Oh.
I'm gonna say tentatively yes. I mean, I don't know a lot of feminists, so I can't speak for them.
I guess the first question should be: can a feminist be married to a man?
Most feminists are married, though.
That's what I'm saying. There are feminist women that's married.
The women they are married. But they mostly Caucasian women, though.
Yeah, I'm about to say they white women.
They white women. The feminists and stuff are mostly Caucasian
what do we say?
Women.
Okay. First of all,
then they get the melanated women to get in this cause, but they're not being oppressed by their man.
I just want to give a disclaimer that calling people crayon colors is not advised around here, but it goes on. It continues to go on. We got black people, we got white people. It's crayon color. Right. I am going to mock it for what it is. Listen, if there were any aliens, they'd be like, look, they call each other crayons. These are very elementary people.
But even Caucasian is a construct.
And we have a loyalty to calling each other crayons. We are loyal to calling each other whites and blacks. We're loyal to it, even though we know what brown is.
I think it's habit. This is how you grew up. Black and I'm proud. Yeah, I mean, say it loud. That's
a dope limerick, a dope song.
No, we was right here.
Culturally speaking, we're attached to it. But the truth is, that's a bad spell.
Yeah. I'm saying it was
very bad spell.
Time ago.
Loyalties, man. Okay, well, check this out.
that word was loyal to us.
Preem, what's the code?
The code that everybody's supposed to stay on, that nobody stay on for the most part. I think the code is I'm telling you guys the truth, man. I think the code is like 10 commandments. I mean, it's right and wrong, bro. I mean, it ain't no gray area. I say it's a way to live right and there's a way to live wrong.
You said the code is right and wrong.
Code is to be on point and be right and be upright, be righteous, be standing up tall as a man. You know what I mean? That's the code. It ain't even like
and it's an unwritten code, huh?
It's a definitely unwritten code. Now you
but
talking
it's
about the
understood. It's an understood code, especially if you've been around the sun a few times, huh?
Right, and you talking about the one on the street that don't even count no more because that code been dead since black people been going since people been going to jail. That code been out the window because that's how people go to jail because of the people snitching. So, and the people that's just snitching is the ones that did the crime with the person that going to jail in the first place. So all that keep it to the streets and all that. The street code been detectives use street people to catch street people.
Street people catch street people. Wow, that's a t-shirt. Kenny?
Yeah, I believe.
Brother Mickey?
In a nutshell,
what's the code?
Codes switch. Codes, you're loyal to the code that you create. Because depending on your environment, your code could be family first, family overall.
True.
It, depending on your environment, could be stop snitching. It could be no snitching. It could be God, wife, children. It depends on what you make that code to be. So your code ain't one thing. It's a lot of things. It encapsulates a lot of things and what you choose to make it a priority.
So a code is a personal pan pizza.
It is very much a personal pan pizza.
Hey, Hassan, man, unmute yourself real quick. Before I ask you about this code thing, ask your client there, what's she loyal to? Does she have any loyalties out here in these streets?
Claudia, what are you loyal to?
Put the camera on her.
Didn't we have Claudia on before?
I don't know.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we did.
That's the hairstylist.
She got to think. She has
to think what she's loyal to.
I already know what you're loyal to.
No, don't do that. Don't do that, Hassan. Let her.
I'm gonna let her answer the question.
Yeah, let her answer. Yes. What is she loyal to?
She says she's loyal to her son.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Hey, I'm loyal to my health.
Hey, we see that too.
Yeah.
You done dropped the person. We see that. Hassan,
we in the last half of the game. I'm getting loyal to me and my health.
Hey, man, that's right. Hassan.
Yes, sir.
What's the code?
What do you mean? What's the code?
See?
I don't know. I was here for I'm here for it. I don't know what the code is. You got to explain.
That's like me saying. That's like me saying Supreme. What's ABC? You'd be like the alphabet. Then you ask Hassan, what's ABC? I don't know what you mean. What's that? It's wild. It's wild, bro. Hassan, what's the code, man? Or do you know? Have you ever heard of a code? Have you ever heard tell?
Code to be like, the code mean like not snitching and stuff is the code you talking about?
I mean, if it is you snitching, if that was the code, like I promise you, if that was the code, you snitching. You telling.
That code is dead.
You not snitching is a code. Okay. Like that. Everybody don't go against code.
I wasn't really talking about like a snitching type. Like in life, there is a code to life. Like for instance, when you walk down the street, or when you go down the street, or when you drive down the street, you respect what? The yellow line. The yellow line is the code. There's all kinds of codes all around us all the time that we adhere to.
My keys.
So what's the code, Don? What's the code?
Hey, you heard of Tariq Nasheed? He always talk about getting on
The
code.
code.
Black people gotta get on code. White people be on code, but Republicans get
Who said that? Who said that, Preem?
You ever hear Tariq Nasheed? He always talk about getting on. Gotta get on code. Black people gotta get on code. White people
Hassan got to get on code. Hassan got to get on code. Like we got after the show, we gotta have a conversation with Hassan about number one what code is.
Like, hey, let me jump in. One of the things, like when you talk code, and what Supreme was just saying about what Tariq Nasheed had mentioned about being on code. One of the reasons, like everybody loved the first Black Panther movie. Everybody loved it. But it was parts in there that really still mess with me.
Oh.
When that agent, when he like jumped in to risk willing to give his life to keep those whatever advanced weapons from getting out, he jumped right in because he knew the code was we need to stay ahead of the game. We can't let y'all catch up. So that it was so much like undertones in that movie that I like it, but I don't.
Wow.
Because that little
it's kind of like that
right
movie
there,
Tyrone. What's the movie that was just out?
Clone Tyrone.
Clone Tyrone. That is a problematic movie. It turns out like it lands on its feet, but it's problematic like all through. It's very just we reinforcing every coonish stereotype possible, and then we say, oh, at the end, but they were right. It was conspiracy, but y'all cooning all y'all way to the answer.
And that's just it. That's the rub. You see, because you try to support and stay loyal to certain actors and people, and you try to give them support, but they make it hard. They make it. They like, can I support that? Can I give loyalty and love to that?
Well, Kenny, is there a loyalty code amongst men, and what does that look like? All right,
again,
we grew up. Let me see if you remember the rules of life. We grew up. 79, I met you. We both 9 years old. Okay, so we start from 9 years old. What were the codes? Huh?
I mean, as a young man, I mean, you were taught certain little things, we pouring out libations.
Libations.
As kids, we didn't even know the word.
Libations,
we don't know why
my nigga.
We pouring out our little hard-earned soda, but we pouring it out for somebody.
For niggas that ain't here. What you mean for somebody? What you mean? We knew exactly who we was pouring that out for.
We didn't know what that fully meant then.
For the niggas that ain't, the nigga, you tripping. I went to church too much not to know about niggas that ain't here.
Listen, but you didn't fully understand what that meant when you.
Well, maybe not to the degree that I am now, but I still understood this is for the cats that have gone before us. Type of vibe.
Exactly. It was a number of them. Yeah. Don't cry.
Yeah, like I don't cry. What you crying for?
Yeah,
use a beer. What you crying for?
Boys don't cry.
Look, let me say. Look, I remember this, man. Kenny's little brother Yusef. He's a grown man now, obviously, but when we were kids, man, Yusef was a tough cookie. But it was just a couple times where something made Yusef cry, and boy, if you mocked Yusef, you had like a little ant on your ankle for the next 3 days for sure. Okay, don't mock. He cried like he never cried, but he cried like twice. Oh my God! He caught you smirking or something. What you laughing at? Oh God! Yeah. Okay.
That's just it. We have all these codes.
Hassan. Well, wait, no. We already know that.
Yes, sir.
No. Wait, I'm coming back. Primo,
Yo,
code between men look like? What does man code look like? Look, I've known you longer than I've known Kenny. You understand me? Like,
right.
what's the code look like? Like, me and you never engaged in no fuckery. You understand me? Like, so, so we had an automatic understanding of code, manhood, young manhood, what to do, what not to do. You know what I mean? Like what was that looking like for you growing up? Code, man, code.
Respect.
Oh, respect.
Don't do unto others as you wish to do unto you. I don't want to kill nobody, so I don't want nobody to kill me.
My first day, Supreme, on Camac Street, there was a young gentleman. I think he was around 15 years old. His name, I think, was Sheldon. Was his name Sheldon, Kenny?
Yep.
Shelton. Listen, I'm stepping on the block, talking too much, saying, I'm just my first day. I just moved on the block. It's my first, you already know me. And Sheldon gave me a nice golf in the jaw, a nice golfing, a welcome to Camac Street golfing. Just to say, hey, we loyal, we got a pecking order around here, and we're loyal to it.
Right.
You understand? You come around here talking hot and spicy. Little only child, little 9-year-old. What? You got a spicy mouth to be only child and to be by yourself.
Welcome to the neighborhood, brother.
Welcome to the neighborhood. Welcome to the block. Welcome to the block. Now, what was great is somehow Sheldon had moved like 2 months later. Like he moved. I was like, oh God, that's great. But Elmer sure took his place, so it didn't really matter.
Oh.
Every neighborhood got a bully. You gotta
get to know man, dude, it was a glorious time. I promise you. Like, I look at it like the Wonder Years. I promise you. As long as you stayed in a lane, you was good.
I should have told you the cheat code on how to deal with Shelton.
Uh-oh.
Here's the cheat code on how to deal with them bullies when you like 8, 9 years old.
Here we go.
A butter knife. You say
butter knife.
Butter knife.
You bring that butter knife out and let the sun hit it. All they see is the shiny knife.
That's
and wild. You chase them down.
You see, that's a 9-year-old. That's a 9-year-old thought process. Though Kenny went right back there. He
got to put a butter knife to a cat neck or two.
You gotta play like you crazy. I'm crazy.
Right.
Listen, all they see is that shiny knife. They don't know it's a butter knife.
Wow.
Don't make me spread your ass.
This is right. Butter this guy up real quick. That's hilarious.
Yeah, leave young boy alone. He's crazy. He all right. Let him live.
Hassan. What is
sir.
What does loyalty to and manhood look like? Well, how are men loyal in manhood with code? Like what does that look like? Is there a manhood loyalty? Is there a code?
There is, when you guys going out, you may have a boy who has a woman and he may go out and do stuff, and you make sure that you do not tell this person's business to his, his code to always shut your mouth about stuff. It's code.
Oh, Kenny, would you agree with that, or are you telling Kenny? You telling? You ring camera?
Why would
Kenny?
You tell him? If a dude telling, then he breaking code because he most likely.
Kenny ain't even messing around like that. Supreme, Supreme, is that right? Like, is what they saying right? You don't talk about no other man's business like that.
Oh yeah. Mind you, stay in your lane.
Oh wow, okay. So
there's some people.
Let me ask y'all this. Kenny, let me ask you this. I'll ask you first. If you got a homie and he introduced you to his woman, you didn't know his woman, but he finally introduced you to his woman. They were together a few years. And, you saw his woman a few times during those years. Do you stay cool with your homie's woman after your homie breaks up with her?
No.
Oh, gosh. Why not?
Y'all broke up. If he broke up, y'all broke up. That ain't your friend. You're friend to you loyal to your friend. That's what you call loyalty at.
That's crazy.
Loyal to your friend. Y'all
That's
broke
a crazy
up.
concept.
Listen, you see her in the street and she start trying to say something about your boy. You say, hold on. That's my boy.
That,
I don't know what
that's a
y'all went
part.
through. That y'all went through whatever y'all went through, but you ain't gonna stand here and badmouth my boy. Now
That is what man code and a certain type of loyalty looks like. Yeah, it is. Well, at least as far as I'm concerned, Primo, do you have a different opinion? If your friend had a woman, he introduced you to her, you know, y'all saw each other every now and then, but you know, that's your friend's woman, but then they break up. Are you still cool with her? Do you still?
Nah, I'm respectful and polite and cordial, but my coolness goes out the door when my man go out the door.
That's a certain type of man code. It's a code that's unwritten. Your man ain't asked you to do that. It's just a certain code.
And we don't do no dating after they broke up. Just cause she's single and he's single.
Right. Nah, we don't do that. Hassan, listen, I know you new age and everything. You know what I'm saying? Give me the science on what it is if your boy introduced you to his lady and you know they eventually broke up. Do you still stay cool with his lady? Is it hey, let me hold my breath. Go
ahead. So, okay. I have a different perspective on this, okay?
No.
But I have a different, because each relationship is your unique relationship, okay? I get that that's your boy's woman, you know? But you form your relationship with this woman. You form your relationship with her.
Oh,
so,
do you? Wait a minute. Let's break it down. Don't go too fast. Listen, Professor, you're teaching. Don't go too fast. Wait a minute. You form your own relationship with my woman.
That's not true.
That's what he just said.
You have formed your relationship with her based on your thoughts and stuff like that. Yes, your friend, your boy hooked you up. Your boy introduced you to this woman.
Hooked you up. I think you go. Wait a minute. I'm talking about my girlfriend. I'm introducing my friend.
Let me finish.
Go ahead. Yep.
Let me finish. So based on the physical body, the physical world, and the physical thoughts, yes, you are not supposed to be cool. You're supposed to be cordial if you see the girl in public and say hi or whatever. You ain't supposed to go past the person. But if you're thinking on a spiritual level and you're into consciousness and you think of love of self, then yes, you still can have your own relationship with that person if you choose to. But based on where we are as far as our insecurity and stuff like that, no, you're not supposed to be friends with her.
If the spirit tells you to hook up with my ex, go ahead. Hallelujah.
Well, no. I didn't say hook up.
That is what you just said. You're not going to do that. The people can see this. This is being recorded.
I did not say hook up. I mean,
we're going to rewind it. You do know that I'm an editor, right? You do know I'm going to put that right here.
I'm not talking about hooking up. I talk about friendship. I'm not talking about hooking up with nobody. I didn't say that. That's not what I said.
Is it comfortable? Okay, well, let's stay here with it. Is it comfortable for you to be my friend and to be cohorting with my ex? Is that comfortable for me and you? Like, hey, how's my ex doing?
I just told you. When you talk about the spiritual construct,
I'm talking about spiritual.
You can.
Let's talk spiritually. How's my ex doing spiritually?
Okay.
Like what?
What you mean?
What you mean? What I mean?
If
you said it's okay for you to know how she's doing spiritually, so that's like the next time I see you, my boy, I'm like, hey, how's my ex doing spiritually? Because I know y'all be talking spiritually and stuff.
If you're on a spiritual level and you have love for self and you're not tripping on all that stuff, then you will be cool with it. If you really had love for self, yes, you would be cool with it. Yes, you would.
Wait a minute, well, how's this on me? Wait a minute. The question was,
you'll be cool with it. Everybody be cool. Everybody would be cool with it because it's you're establishing your own relationship. You got your own love, and it's not based on it. So that means your love is based on a condition.
This is a thing. I'm only cool with this, Kenny? Because Kenny, is this a thing?
That spell that he casting, them words that he throwing out, relationship with your boy's lady, and You don't have a relationship with
he
your
said
boy's
that.
lady.
He said, like, what do you mean
You have a
relationship
I
with
have
my
a
lady?
friendship with my boy, and
She is
he
your
has a
friend. That's a
relationship
relationship.
with
You
his
have
lady.
a relationship with your mother. Do you actually understand what relationships mean? It does. I didn't say committed
I
relationship. I said
fully understand what
relationship,
it
meaning
means,
your
but
friend.
what I'm saying
She's your
is,
mother. He's your
at
brother.
no
Those are
time do I
relations.
consider a relationship with a friend's woman. I call that
But
acquaintance.
you have a relationship. That is a relationship. You guys are friends. That you have a
So in other
relationship.
words,
You
Kenny.
talk
So
to.
in other words,
Are we friends?
if I get to know your spouse, I can just be like, I can just ring your doorbell one day and you come to the door. Hey, what's up, Dom? How you doing? I'm like, hey, I'm cool. I'm here for your spouse. I'm here to
We're
hang
about
out
to
with
go
your
to a
spouse.
wine tasting.
We have a spiritual
Me
relationship.
and your lady about to go taste these wines and spirits.
Me
without
and
you.
your lady are about to go have some wine and spirits. We'll be back in a few hours.
Nah, that ain't
So
happening.
you guys are still You guys are still connecting your unself love with this stuff. When I say, if you're talking about a spiritual relationship, that means you guys have love for each other. Has nothing to do with sex and stuff like that. I didn't say anything about that. So you're still
Oh, you know
connecting
what you
that
remind me of when you talk
physical
like this,
world of having sex
Supreme.
with
You
this.
know what Hassan reminds me of when he talks like this? Remember when Michael Jackson was like, we're friends. They could be in my bed. We're just friends. That don't Hassan sound like that right now. We're just friends. It's okay. It's love. It's all.
I
It's
never
we
had a
can be
childhood.
friends.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hassan, you know I love you, brother.
I think that's fine line stuff, dog. Like you said, when you loyal to your friend, you've known this person. You. I'm talking about men. If you loyal to him, you know him, you good with him, and he breaks up with his lady, you're not to be calling and y'all don't. That connection is broken. I kind of knew you, or most likely I met you through him.
That's
so
the point. You met her through me.
In most cases, you met her.
So you don't have so you don't have the right to formulate your own relationship with this
person.
Of course,
there's something that's going to be formulated. But do you take it to the point of after your man's has left the relationship?
I did not say one word about that though. See, I didn't say anything about having sex with a person. I said
I didn't say sex.
I didn't say
I didn't even finish what I was saying. What I said is, do you take it to the point where after your man's has left the relationship, you continue whatever said relationship you developed after your man introduced you to his girlfriend, his ex, like that, like you? So y'all just keep going. That's I mean.
It depends on the level of relationship what kind of interaction you have with the person when you guys were friends.
Well, shouldn't it stop at a certain level anyway? Shouldn't your interaction with your man's girlfriend stop at a certain level anyway? And you can't go so far.
Based on the construct of immaturity and not love of self, yes, you're right. It should stop based on those constructs that we are taught about control, possession, because love is not possession. So now
how should it really be then, Hassan?
I just told you based on if it's based on spiritual self, meaning you have love for self, that means you're gonna look at things different because you don't fear all this stuff, because all that stuff is fear. When you're like, they shouldn't be friends, that's fear that you have it. But if you don't have fear and you know you have abundance and stuff and you think in abundance, you're not going to trip on that shit because you have love for self.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Let's say in natural life, so they're just cool. Everybody got love for self, and somehow maybe about 6 months, 8 months later, your good friend and your ex, because they've had so much time to hang out and stuff, they develop a relationship. It was natural. It was spiritual. Now, how do you feel about that? Are you good because you got knowledge of self? You just, and that's not you cool. Is that cool too?
A lot of friendships been broken up from cats having knowledge of themselves.
You'll be cool.
Putting their knowledge up in someone else's lady.
Hey yo. Hey yo. This is a PG-13.
It wasn't somebody else's lady. They broken up. They're broken up. Your love is not a possession anymore. You let that person go. You guys moved on. You guys can do other stuff. Yes, if you chose to do that, you could. If you wanted to get married, you can choose to do whatever you want. It's about love. If it's not, then it's totally different.
So you're saying if they fell in love, then that's what happened.
You see how we talk cause and effect? Each show run into each other.
Oh yeah.
So when you say cause and effect, when you have a cause like that, there's an effect that might happen.
There's an interesting effect. There's a heck of effect.
You know, there's that law of opposites. You smash. You develop a relationship with your man X. The opposite of that is he might smash you.
You've already had a relationship from the beginning. You guys were friends. That was your relation.
He introduced you to his lady friend. Like, hey, this is my guy friend, my guy. Here's my girlfriend. He introduced you to his girlfriend.
So are you guys saying that this stuff happens all the time and you guys all know this? This stuff happens.
That's why we're talking about it. You know, we're talking about loyalties and what is the code? What is the proper code? Supreme? Is that sanguine? Like, I mean, you listen, you heard a sign. If your mind is right, if everybody's on a spiritual high, nobody should feel no way about it. If 9 months later your man's is with your ex, so what? Like, you ain't with her no more. And if your man's talking to you about your ex now, so what?
But usually you guys are not.
Now, Hassan, we were trying to let Supreme have a little bit of a. Go ahead, Primo.
No, I'm saying, like, if you really walking around and you don't care about her, and that's just, you know, you hit it, so your man ain't no fucking homies can't have none. That's
wow,
pimping.
Are we doing?
That's
shout out to Nate Dogg. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, that's pimping right there. But if you really know
and Hassan is from the West Coast. Oh, that makes Hassan, what am I saying?
If you know that you don't like nobody, your girl
can have none. My bad.
And I didn't attach to nothing ratchet like that. I never said anything ratchet.
But you saying the same thing. You from the West Side.
No, I'm not saying anything about anything ratchet. I said it would have to do with love. I didn't say nothing ratchet. That's what I've been saying. Because when it comes to consciousness, everything's connected to love, not no fuckery bullshit. You are connected to some fuckery shit. I didn't connect it with none of that stuff.
I think what happens is when you say you continue that you have a relationship with your buddy's ex. I think what happens is you're opening yourself up for that possibly developing into something more than what you initially wanted it to be.
Wow.
When you're talking about continuing that on, you're definitely opening yourself up to it.
Because ultimately, when I made that first introduction to my buddy, it wasn't so that these guys will get together later on. Like that wasn't like I was just introducing you to
not
my
just
guy.
that. I mean, when you're talking about friends and buddies, sometimes they have a lot of things in common. So the things that made her dig you, might actually start to. You might start to see that in the next game.
I like Supreme better. What? What you mean?
I
just like him better. But you my girlfriend. I know, but y'all born the same time and stuff, but he just
now if that make you feel the type of way, because if you feel some type of way, then you can't talk to somebody else's chick either, because you gotta go back. It's what I said. You gotta treat people like you want to be treated.
This is the thing.
It's a respect thing.
What up?
And yes, that is an actual topic. Because if you are still conscious, then if your friend had feelings for this girl, even though you're conscious, you'll say, "Hey, I can't have this relationship with this woman because my friend still likes this person." I never ruled none of that out. I never ruled any of that out.
I don't know if the sun hit you the right way just now. I don't know if the Anunnaki entered the vehicle, but there it is. There's the sign.
You took it to a level of somebody having sex with the person. I never said none of that stuff. Yes, it's possible, but you can still have a relationship with that person and stuff. If your friend was still, if you're still friends with this person, with your homeboy, and your homeboy still likes this woman, as a friend, if you are connected with consciousness of love, you know that you can't mess with this person because your friend still loves the person, and you can still be friends with this girl and tell her, hey, I can't fuck with you, but we can be friends because my homeboy still likes you.
Well,
that is
because when we
consciousness.
talk about loyalty and when we talk about a consciousness of loyalty, you would have known before, you know, you even broke up, or your friend even broke up with his girlfriend, that, okay, you know, that's my dude. I don't even know her without him. And I know her through their relationship. I don't know her because they were co-workers or anything like that. We know that relationships is not like, working at McDonald's. It's a little more, it's intense. This is the person that you share bodily fluids with. You understand me?
All those relationships you're talking about is built on insecurity. It has nothing to do with love. None of that stuff.
That's a whole nother. That's next week's show. That's next week's
show. That has
show.
nothing to do with love, because all that stuff is insecurity. No, you're mine. That has nothing to do with love at all. That's all. I love it.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing with nothing that, but I don't think that's what we're really talking about. I mean, at the end of the day, we're talking about loyalty.
That's everything that we're talking about.
Insecurity, or is that someone pledging loyalty? You pledge your loyalty
to somebody you're not with anymore.
To each other. I mean, that's what marriage or relationship.
There's a certain amount of respect that I maintain a loyalty to, if I could put it that way. Like, there's a certain amount of respect I have for Supreme and whomever he might deem to be his personal person. Okay, for lack of a better way of putting it, I have a loyalty to a respect that I'll uphold, whether they're together at the moment or whether he just broke up with her. Like, if she bad as I don't know what, I'm not going to pounce right after they break up out of my respect of loyalty, my loyalty to respect for him. I'm telling you, I'm not to go
all
do
this
that.
shit is all still based on possession and fucking sex. It has nothing to do with love consciousness.
Well, everything you know what? I won't disagree. Listen, I won't disagree. I'll say that. I'll say that the what I'm respecting is his emotional state. I know emotionally he feels a certain allegiance. He feels a certain ownership of that relationship, and now that it's fleeting, I don't want to be tampering with that emotion. I have a respect and a loyalty for that respect, so I'm not going to go there. That's a loyalty I have. That's a code.
Another way of seeing it, Hassan, is they've made an agreement. So you're respecting his agreement between him and his lady.
Yeah.
So it's not selfishness or sex and all that.
That agreement was broken, though. That agreement was broken, so there is no agreement anymore. It was predicated on that.
What about your agreement, though? What about your agreement with your homeboy?
Then that goes back to man code, where man code is you don't just go trying to wolf on your boys.
But one thing I said is didn't I agree with based on the physical stuff and all that stuff is not right. But then I said based on spirituality, it's totally different.
So you saying he can't from the very beginning. You saying he can't have sex with her, but if he want to holler at her or on social media and stuff, that's cool.
Yeah. Whatever. That's cool. Because I ain't talking about nothing about sex. I ain't never said nothing about none of that.
So we need an amendment to the man code law.
An amendment
to the man code
the articles.
Law. You can't make spiritual connections with your boy.
No. No. Don't be making spiritual connections with my ex after I done introduced you to my John and we break up and now you done made a spiritual connection.
An amendment to the man code law. No spiritual connections to your homeboy's ex either.
Listen,
but we all know that man code is
so shall it be. So shall it be. What you mean?
So let it be written.
Bullshit.
Unless it was your friend.
Yes.
When we came in
the
door.
Get it.
Well, no, that's the whole premise. They were not friends. I introduced my man to my girl.
If that's the case, then you can't be friends. Well,
now they out here doing yoga together after we done broke up.
And because you could, you wanted that, and she wanted you.
That's wild. And my man's like, "What's the problem? We going to go get some frozen yogurt."
Now you got an ex-friend and an ex-girl. So
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My ex-friend is like, what's wrong with you? We have a spiritual connection.
Well, spiritual over there.
And then your friend will be understand, like, okay, I understand. Y'all got a spiritual connection. I'm cool. But you already know that's not gonna happen.
A lot of simps ain't built that way though.
Oh, my. All right, one more before we break. Kenny, can a modern woman and a traditional man have a loyal relationship? Can a modern woman? I don't need no man. I got my own money. You know what I'm saying? I need a 6-figure man. Can a modern woman and a traditional man? I make $50K a year. I make $45K a year. I work with my hands. You know what I'm saying? I got a lunch pail. I get up and do what I do 5-6 days a week. Come home. I got money for everything I need though. I got a crib. You know what I'm saying? Like,
to answer your question, I don't think so. I think when you put a lot of the modern is too many blurred lines, man. It's
what you mean? I'm an independent woman. Ain't nothing blurred about what I'm doing.
Yeah, but your independent woman might tell you you don't need to tell that man, hey, I'm going out. Even if, let's say you're going out with your girlfriend. You're a modern woman. I don't need to tell him nothing. I'm just taking off.
Telling him where I'm going.
So now you tipping in. I mean, and it works the same way. Let's say, I mean, you're a traditional dude. You thinking, I go to work, I come home, my lady there, and you come home and your lady in the living room with her girlfriend and smoking weed and huffing and
what?
And you saying, hold on, what?
Turned up at 5:45 p.m.
They turned with that tea. I don't,
Hold up. I'm just getting home from work. Ain't no food made. You telling me ain't no food made for my loyal spouse, for my loyal
nothing. And you saying, babe, what we eating for dinner? They got them Chinese store menus.
Preem, can a modern woman and a traditional man, you know what I'm saying, the type of man that don't want his woman at the club on the weekend, that don't want his woman to have hot girl summers, the type of man that don't want his woman going on girl vacations. Like, can that type of dude be loyal to and with a modern woman?
No, I don't think so, because that's a non-equally yoked couple.
Oh, wow.
You gotta get somebody that's on your page with you for you to have longevity. You gonna be running around the streets begging for her to come home, or you gonna end up hurting her. And it's gonna be crazy. Get your ass out this club wearing this
out the club. Oh my God, coming to get her from the club.
Coming to get her. That's what's gonna happen.
Hassan. I know
yes, sir.
Look like you a NASA.
And she gonna say, you don't own me.
You don't own me.
You're not my daddy.
You ain't my daddy.
But you are the daddy.
Yeah, and that's gonna make somebody go. That's gonna make a brother go to jail.
Yes, sir.
Can the modern woman be loyal to a traditional man? You know, the type of man that understands that the sun is the bee's knees.
No, you know that can't. They don't seem like that works, man.
What you mean? What you mean is, hold on, before you make a quick judgment like that, there are mostly modern women these days, and there's still at least half of the men are traditional jobs. You know, either working with their hands or some type of level of blue collar. You know, so the modern woman can't get with that man. That's going to be a lot of lonely people.
Well, I mean, if their thoughts is about being together as family, as a unit and stuff, a divine masculine and divine feminine, and they're with each other, then maybe. But what's a modern man? What's a modern? What do you talk about modern? What do you mean?
What? Oh, you don't know what a modern woman is?
No, I don't know what you mean by that.
Hassan, we gotta, like I said, when the show is over, we're gonna talk to you about codes. We're gonna talk to you about the birds and the bees. What birds are. I know about that, but you're
playing. These are word plays, because modern woman may not be the same thing. What, a modern woman that likes to go out?
Do I have to sit up and explain to you what the concept of a modern woman is? Really, Hassan? A woman that works, that has a college degree, a master's degree, Okay, a woman that makes maybe 80,000 to 150,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of who I'm talking about, Hassan.
But does that stop you from being a divine feminine just because you're a person who works and makes all this money? Does that still stop
Well,
you from being?
it certainly has shown to be an aggressive, shown more aggression in the female species.
So the modern woman is a woman that is told not to be with a man. That's what you're trying to say.
No,
That's basically what
I'm
you're
asking if it's possible for her to be with a traditional man, not the modern man, the traditional man.
The traditional man may be an insecure man and stuff. If that's
Oh,
what you're saying. You may be insecure. You
what
know
you mean? So do you have any traditional man in you? Pause.
what is? I'm a man I'm a divine masculine. Okay,
Oh,
and if
divine.
my divine feminine wants to be friends with I know that she still loves me. I know that she loves me and she's loyal to me. So I'm not gonna be insecure. I'm not gonna be none of that stuff because I know that she is my divine feminine and we are yoked based on spiritually. We have this connection and stuff, and as far as our energy and stuff, and there's a strong bond within our energy. So I'm not gonna be tripping on nothing. To keeping that clear with all that wordplay because I know I have self confidence, I have self love in myself, and I'm not worried about none of this stuff at all. You know.
Okay,
And
so did you answer the question of can a modern
yes,
woman be with a traditional man?
yes, I don't know what a traditional man is though. If you're talking about insecure, maybe not, maybe
A
no, no,
traditional. Well,
no, no. I'm gonna
let
say
me
no.
define a traditional man for you, because I didn't mention anything about insecurities. I'm
Because
talking
that's
about.
most traditional men are insecure and stuff. We all taught
Well, if
to.
you don't even know what a traditional man is,
Okay, well,
how could
tell
you
me
say
then.
that?
Okay, because I'm looking at the constructs of how men are together, how people are in relationship now. They talking all this shit, and it's all about insecurity and stuff. That's all I'm saying.
That's not true,
But
though.
tell me, okay, tell me. Go ahead, tell me what
So,
a traditional man is.
Kenny,
so
what's a traditional man?
Tell
when you
me
talk
what
about
it's.
traditional man, I don't know if it's more traditional man or traditional relationship where
What?
maybe you have defined roles or you're moving together. A lot of times, what it seems with a lot of modern relationships, it don't seem like they're working together. It seems like I
Oh.
got I'm gonna do my thing, you gonna do your thing, and then we can come together
I'll meet you at
sometime.
the finish line.
Kind of.
That's
It's not a we in this together type of thing. So
That's wild. That's wild.
um let's say you in a relationship with a woman and you come home and she done told you, oh yeah, I just ran out and I just bought this whole new car or something like that, and didn't even say, hey babe, I'm thinking of doing this, or not including you in on the conversation. So a lot of times, like I said, I think some of this modern relationship lends more towards selfishness,
Oh,
as a lot of the traditional to me seemed like it was us against the world.
yeah.
But if you have money and stuff and you don't live in lack, why would you have to ask anybody when you guys have abundance? You're talking from a lack mindset about this construct you just had.
That's
If
not
you have
lack
abundance,
mindset. That's
why?
being in agreement and on one accord.
Why do you got to agree on anything if you guys have abundance of money? You guys have everything. Why do you have to agree on
So
anything?
why are
You
you
don't.
together?
See,
See,
well, hold
Why
on.
that's
are
what
you
I
Listen.
mean
then why
by
are you together, Hassan, if you don't agree
Listen,
on anything?
when
that's
you
what
go
I
to the
by
store,
your thing.
do you check on your woman and say, "Hey, I'm gonna buy some watermelon." Is that okay to buy watermelon?
If you're on a budget, that might be a conversation
And
that needs to be had.
that's what I said. I'm talking about being in abundance.
Well,
If you love a
let's
couple
say
that has
you're
abundance,
at
you don't
that
need to do
same
all that.
store and you say, "Hey, I know my lady likes
Now that's
Oreos.
different.
Let me
Now
give her
that's
a
different.
call and say, you want me to pick you up some?" You
Now
know what I
that's
mean?
different.
Like
Now that's
that's what I
different. Okay,
mean.
but
It
that's
seems like
different
these
though.
modern relationships are more of I'm in the store, I wanted me a pack of gum, a hot dog, or whatever. Damn what my lady wants. She can get it herself.
Oh,
So
But she wasn't talking about buying a car for each other. She just talking about she bought a car, and she shouldn't do that. If she wants to buy stuff herself, that should be fine. Just like buying watermelon for yourself, it should be fine. It shouldn't be an issue if you thinking in abundance. If you thinking in lack and you guys don't have the money, I get it.
But
okay,
look,
have
Hassan,
that conversation.
Hassan, let's not move the goalposts. What we were talking about, the question was, can a modern woman, a woman that makes, a master's degree level, somewhere between 90 and 150,000, can she
I got 5
be loyal? Can she be loyal to a traditional man, someone that makes $50,000 a year and wants a more traditional relationship? That was the dynamics of the question.
Maybe yes, they probably could if they understand.
But the point is, there might be a question about budget, at least from his standpoint. Okay, at some point, and because he lacks what she does have. You understand me? But is it all about finances? That's the question. Can she be loyal to a traditional man?
That may be a problem because that may be a problem right there. That's all I can say. That may be a problem.
Primo, round it out for us, man. Can a modern woman...
I ain't saying she a gold digger.
Wow.
She ain't messing with no broke.
Wow.
Oh,
she really ain't.
It's just different priorities. You gotta be on the same page with your ladies. I stick with that one. You got other options and other ambitions. You go out there and get you one of them rich dudes that want to spend money on, because they're gonna want something else too. They're gonna be like, yo, I got all this money, but I want an IG model. She can't have real hair, and I want her to have a fake butt. So that's a bunch of two unsatisfied people that's gonna be looking for something that neither one of them gonna get, and they're not gonna be happy with anybody they get because they're not happy with themselves.
Goes back to the self. Well, there it is.
Yep.
There it is. A dissertation on loyalty and being loyal or not. Primo, tell them where they can find you, man. Tell them where they can find the new book that you have just released. Come on, man.
Hey, don't forget, be loyal to self.
Yeah.
First, you gotta be loyal to number one. You are your number one star player. I love me. I love me so much. I wrote a book about myself. And it's available on all Amazon. Called Where I'm From, Past Is History. Available on Amazon and link in the bio in the IG on Supreme DR.
Excellent. Excellent. Kendo.
Excellent.
What it do, man?
You can always find me. You can find me on Instagram. Still trying to travel and see the world.
Yeah.
And that's what I be about.
Being loyal. Kendo Mickens, what is that? Where do we go to find you?
That's Kendu_Kenny L.
Yeah.
The Grizzy.
Okay. We live. We love.
Juice.
We juice.
We juice. You can find me at wejuice.com.
Yeah.
Where you can get your fruits and vegetables. You get your self-love when you eat fruits and vegetables, because
you do.
It connects you with yourself. It tells you like, oh, I'm doing this stuff to be healthy, and you be like, damn, I love myself because I'm being healthier. And the fruits help raise your vibration.
Yeah.
Do
the fruits help you to maintain your loyalty to a modern woman? Okay.
I mean, it could, because it's giving you self-love.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I have a problem with a modern woman and stuff, As long as she knows that she's into the divine masculine and divine feminine connection, I'm good with that. We resonate with the same frequency. I'm cool. But if a modern woman can't do that, then I can't be with a modern woman.
Okay, I hear that.
That's,
So once again, we at wejuice.com.
Wejuice.com,
Yeah.
Or traditional juices.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, yo, man.
What up?
Thanks again for tuning in to another installation of Opinionation. We will see you all once again for another one next week. We about to talk to Hassan. We about to talk to Hassan.